Hey you guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here to talk about two different individuals that are not iconic in completely different ways. I wanted to talk about Kanye's wife Bianca Censori and what happened recently with her on a red carpet. And I also want to circle this back to the way that social media is labeling people as icons, as being iconic, when it is just not true. I also want to talk about Gypsy Rose for just a couple of minutes because she went to that concert that she said she was going to go to, and she was promoting some very questionable things considering that she is on parole. But either way, we're going to chat, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I've had Bianca on my mind for several days now. Since all of this unfolded, everyone was talking about it for, a couple of days just because the internet has such a short-term memory, as I've mentioned many times before. But it was being talked about heavily. I kind of bookmarked it and put it on my list of stuff that I wanted to cover. I saw a major issue with people consuming that content of she and Kanye being on the red carpet, the events that took place, and then leaving comments like, "This is iconic, you're an icon, the body is tea." All of these kinds of comments were plentiful when this initially happened. So if y'all don't know, during the Grammys Awards, Kanye and his wife Bianca showed up. They were not invited, but they showed up to the Grammys red carpet, and she had a fur coat on, and they enter the red carpet where all the photographers are and all of that, and there is a exchange between him and her. She then puts her back towards the photographers and takes off this coat, and she's literally wearing a see-through dress. You could see everything. The way that this unfolded, the fact that Kanye was standing there as if he was showing off this prized possession, that he was able to get into a certain situation to even do this on a red carpet, the way he was standing there so emotionless, not wanting to protect her, not wanting to do everything in his power to make sure that this would never happen, because your spouse is not an object. Your spouse is not a person that is meant to be on public display. And aside from people picking up that this was very obviously very inappropriate, and the mannerisms from Kanye were huge red flags, there's also this other conversation of people saying, "Oh wow, as a society, why are we so shocked to see somebody not wearing clothing? Why is that a conversation? You have to have confidence to do this." One person who had sort of that point of view was Holly Madison. And to say that I was let down when she made her videos would be an understatement. I've always liked Holly. I thought that she was, a good content creator. I used to watch Girls Next Door like years ago when it was still on. And for her to come onto TikTok and say that people were upset for no reason, oh, it's just nudity, people need to embrace nudity, she completely missed the point that people were trying to make. And that point was that she was obviously being coerced into this situation. And for Holly to have come from the Playboy Mansion and living under the thumb of Hugh Hefner for as long as she did, I was shocked to hear her come out with a perspective of, oh, it's just new, and complimenting Bianca.
So really recently, a bunch of people were tagging me because Kanye West randomly in his story out of nowhere posted that old scene from Girls Next Door where Pamela Anderson gives Hef a cake. She walks out naked and gives Hef a cake for his birthday. And Bridget and I were talking about it on the podcast, and Bridget was like, why do you think he posted that? And I go, do you think it was like his Bianca Censori new inspo, blah, blah, blah? And she was like, what do you mean? And I go, well, he's like always walking around half naked. And I think I was clearly onto something because I can't show it, but you know what happened. Also, like, props to her for being able to do this. I think it's amazing. I wish I could do it, but I feel like if I did something like this, I would have some dumb mishap. Like, one nipple would be hard and the other one wouldn't. Like, I know that would happen to me. I'm kind of shocked that people are so pressed about this in the year of our Lord 2025, that anyone even cares about nudity or that it's even considered like shocking or interesting. The only reason I even made a video about this was because I thought I was such a super sleuth, and I figured out why before they even did this, that Kanye posted that random story about Pamela Anderson in his Instagram story. But like, I think she looks amazing. Like, her body looks amazing, but I'm surprised people care this much and are so outraged. Like in the last video I made, people are like, why doesn't she get arrested for indecent exposure? Probably because this is like a private event, invite only. I would think adults only that she's facing on the red carpet. Yeah, like, if you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said nobody cares about nudity anymore. Like, nobody, gets attention just for being naked anymore.
Like, what's going on here? It was inappropriate. It was foul. It was abusive. And I think that it confirmed that Kanye is an unhinged, selfish lunatic. Now, just like what Bianca did under Kanye's thumb is not iconic, we also need to talk about another person that is not iconic, and that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She has gotten herself into muddy waters again by talking to people in comments, trying to defend herself, trying to make herself out to be like she is super mom and she's working so hard and she needs a night out to enjoy music and have a good time. I want to go over some of these comments. Someone left a comment raising concerns about her being in establishments that have a bar, whether it's a concert, a wedding. Under parole, you should not be in a bar. Just avoid it. It's a way to play it safe. You don't want to risk your freedom. You're supposed to be doing the right thing. You're supposed to be growing and learning and being a mom, but instead you're over here at a Post Malone concert surrounded by, kegs of Bud Light. Someone left a comment though, and they said, she's on parole. She's not supposed to be around alcohol. Gypsy, dumb, responded and said, actually, the rule is you could be around alcohol. You can't consume it if you're on parole. I wanted to fact check her, and I went over to the Missouri parole guidelines, and it says, in Missouri, a parolee being present at a bar is generally considered a violation of their parole conditions, as most parole agreements restrict access to places where alcohol is served without prior approval from their parole officer. Now, do you actually think that No Rules Gypsy Rose Blanchard is going to have a discussion with her parole officer before going to a Post Malone concert, before going to Jazz Fest, before going anywhere? No, she thinks that the rules don't apply to her, and that's very obvious. And the other comment that I just thought was hilarious, someone said, you need to put a bra on and go home and take care of that baby you wanted so badly. Gypsy really just props herself right up and makes a fool of herself. She responded and said, I'm so thankful to have a wonderful support system that is so vast that I am able these small hours after a month of nonstop feeding, burping, getting up every 2 hours. I deserved a few hours to listen to some good music, and if you can't understand that, then clearly you aren't a mother and haven't been through isolation. sleep deprivation, and hard work that is being a mother. Mothers deserve their own identity as well. Do you actually think that lazy, entitled, grifting ass Gypsy Rose is getting up every 2 hours, constantly feeding, constantly burping? Do you think that she's actually doing that? Because I don't. I think that she is so consumed with her own fame and people that are giving her positive attention, like asking to take photos with her when she was in line for this stupid concert that she went to. She is so consumed and obsessed with all of that. That's why I said in a recent video, I don't think that she was in a position to love anything but herself and her money.
Now we're about to stand in line for a long time. Are we going? Which way are we going?
What's that?
Which way are we going?
The line's way down there.
All right. Walk over here. Oh, there's a lot of people. Look at all these people. Look at this line. Massive line. Oh, it's so far back. Look at that. Probably should have worn more comfortable shoes, but I want to be fashionable, so I'm wearing high heel boots.
You don't look down like.
Look at all these people. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's been recognized. Hi. Just got recognized, guys. Funniest thing is I bought sunglasses so I wouldn't be recognized.
I thought about that. I was like, maybe
I did buy some, but it's nighttime and I kind of felt like it would be weird me wearing sunglasses. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, they made a 30.
Way in the back of the line.
I love her.
There's a lot of security, which is great. At least we'll be safe. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, it's all the way around. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Should have got here like at noon.
Yeah.
Can we take a picture with you?
Yeah,
Want me
sure.
to hold this for you?
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. Enjoyed the show? Yeah, sure.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the show. Yeah, sure. Has anybody ever told you you like Sabrina?
No, but that's Can you take it on my phone? She's on live right now. She's literally on live right now. That's a cute picture. Thank you.
Enjoy the show. All right, guys. I'm getting a little busy here, so I'm going to end the live. Bye.
The last comment that I want to highlight is one where Gypsy said, "We formula feed and she was fed right before I left. I'm so thankful to have an amazing and fast support system." What's a fast support system? "Who I trust with the care of my daughter. I don't feel comfortable yet with getting a sitter, so I rely on family to babysit for a few hours, and then it's back to the grind of taking care of my sweet baby girl. I was back that night and fed her changed her and laid her on my chest, burped her, sang her a lullaby, and then put her to bed. Does this not sound like a chore list? Because for me, you know, I love a list, and when I make a to-do list, it might look something similar to that. I gotta do laundry, I need to vacuum, I need to groom the dog. Like, it's giving very much, you're not happy to be a mother. It's almost like she's trying to keep score. How many things can I say that I do? It's like a fantasy version of what she thinks moms do. So she's just going to drop them all in one comment and like check off the boxes. Either way, we see through your grift, but the main point of this video that I want to say is neither of these people are iconic. Bianca, do I think that she is the best person ever? No, I don't. But I can also see that she is being utilized in a manner that makes my stomach hurt. And that's not iconic. And Gypsy Rose, the little gremlin, she is not an iconic gremlin. She is just a gremlin. I think that's enough for today. I'm going to try to make this short and upload the same day. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.